The greatest happiness is to know the source of unhappiness. A 100 suspicions don't make a proof. Much unhappiness has come into the world because of bewilderment and things left unsaid. If everything on earth were rational, nothing would happen. Learning to love is hard, and we pay dearly for it. It takes hard work and a long apprenticeship, for it is not just for a moment that we must learn to love, but forever. Only by self-respect will you compel others to respect you. To go wrong in one's own way is better than to go right in someone else's. The best way to keep a prisoner from escaping is to make sure he never knows he's in prison. The mystery of human existence lies not in just staying alive, but in finding something to live for. It is better to be unhappy and know the worst than to be happy in a fool's paradise. The darker the night, the brighter the stars. The deeper the grief, the closer is God. Pain and suffering are always inevitable for a large intelligence and a deep heart. The really great men must, I think, have great sadness on earth. Nothing in this world is harder than speaking the truth, nothing easier than flattery. Times of crisis, of disruption or constructive change are not only predictable, but desirable. They mean growth. Taking a new step, uttering a new word, is what people fear most. If you want to overcome the whole world, overcome yourself. To love is to suffer, and there can be no love otherwise. People speak sometimes about the bestial cruelty of man. But that is terribly unjust and offensive to beasts. No animal could ever be so cruel as a man, so artfully, so artistically cruel. Power is given only to those who dare to lower themselves and pick it up. Only one thing matters, one thing, to be able to dare. The more incompetent one feels, the more eager he is to fight. Nothing is easier than to denounce the evildoer. Nothing is more difficult than to understand him. The cleverest of all is the man who calls himself a fool at least once a month. It takes something more than intelligence to act intelligently. The more you succeed in loving, the more you'll be convinced at the existence of God and the immortality of your soul. There is no subject so old that something new cannot be said about it. A society should be judged not by how it treats its outstanding citizens, but by how it treats its criminals. Humanity can live without science, it can live without bread, but it cannot live without beauty. Without beauty, there would be nothing left to do in this life. Here the secret lies. Here lies the entire story. It seems as though the second half of a man's life is made up of nothing but the habits he has accumulated during the first half. The soul is healed by being with children. Right attitudes produce right actions. From 100 rabbits, you can't make a horse. Fling yourself straight into life, without deliberation. Don't be afraid, the flood will bear you to the bank and set you safe on your feet again. Man is sometimes extraordinarily, passionately in love with suffering. Luxuries are easy to take up, but very difficult to give up. In the realist, faith is not born from miracles, but miracles from faith. A just cause is not ruined by a few mistakes. To live without hope is to cease to live. Realists do not fear the results of their study. To begin with unlimited freedom is to end with unlimited despotism. Be not forgetful of prayer. Every time you pray, if your prayer is sincere, there will be new feeling and new meaning in it, which will give you fresh courage, and you will understand that prayer is an education. God has such gladness every time He sees from heaven that a sinner is praying to Him with all his heart, as a mother has when she sees the first smile on her baby's face. Nothing is more seductive for a man than his freedom of conscience, but nothing is a greater cause of suffering. The world says, you have needs, satisfy them. You have as much right as the rich and the mighty. Don't hesitate to satisfy your needs. Indeed, expand your needs and demand more. This is the worldly doctrine of today, and they believe that this is freedom. The result for the rich is isolation and suicide, for the poor, envy and murder.